Let's now go over the spread goal and how to practice it. A spread goal is a goal that occurs over a large section of the music or the whole piece. Let's use the same piece as we did in the spot goal video, Ducks at the Park. This goal, which reads whole piece softer, is a spread goal. Let's look at the music. Remember pit practicing from the spot goal video. Pit practicing is useful for spread goals too. The first step, prepare, is where we make sure we understand what the goal means. This goal is pretty simple to read and understand compared to the spot goal we saw. Whole piece softer. Seems simple, and most spread goals are quite simple. But hold on, there is still plenty to do with the spread goal. Look at the dynamic markings. Here we have mezzo piano, or medium soft. We have a piano marking, meaning soft, a pianissimo marking, which means very soft, and another mezzo piano marking. On top of that, we have a couple of crescendo diminuendo shapes when we gradually get louder and softer. It may not be as easy as it looks to simply play the whole piece softer. Supposing that very soft would be a 1 and very loud would be a 10, we need to make sure all these dynamics don't go above, say, a 5. So we might assign numbers to all these dynamic signs. 3 for the two mezzo pianos, 2 for the piano, 1 for the pianissimo, and 3, 4, 5, 4, 3 for the crescendo diminuendo shapes. All this planning gives us a nice tangible target to aim for as we go into the next phase, isolate and drill. Since spread goals cover large amounts of music, we won't drill this goal as many times as we would drill a spot goal. This is for many reasons. First, it takes longer to play through the entire piece than it does to just play a few measures. But second, notice the first measure is marked mezzo piano, which, as you recall, we are thinking of as a 3 on a scale of 1 to 10. That means we are going to try to play each of those 4 notes at a dynamic level of 3, or 6 notes if we include the left hand. That's 6 little goals in the first measure. Since there are 89 notes in this piece, by the time we get to the end of the piece, even just once, we will have practiced 89 dynamic goals. It's still good to drill spread goals, but they don't need as many repetitions as spot goals. And just like with spot goals, if you or your teacher has goal guidance turned on, MetaPractice will have you play this drilling game as you drill the goal. Now is a good time for me to explain that if your teacher doesn't change anything, a spot goal will normally start off with 2 points with a goal to reach 7 points. With spread goals, you still normally start out with 2 points, but you only have to reach 5 points. Of course, your teacher can adjust these default values as they see fit for each goal. Now remember that with spot goals, as you isolate and drill, you test yourself by taking a larger piece of music to see if you can still remember the goal. But with spread goals, you're already drilling a large piece of the music, or in this case, the entire piece. That's why with spread goals, drilling and testing occur at the same time. While playing through with these dynamic changes, you have to constantly ask yourself, are the dynamics I'm trying to do actually coming out? There are 89 notes in this piece, which means that you have to ask yourself 89 questions all the way through. Did that note come out right? Did the next note come out right? If not, stop and try again. Even though we changed it a bit, we're still going to call this pit practicing. If we got rid of the I for isolate and replaced it with a D for drill, we'd have PDT practicing. And I don't know, I just don't like the sound of PDT practicing as much as I like pit practicing. But it's good to know that we can and should adjust this overall practice strategy, depending on what kind of goal we're practicing.